How's about that for a change in performance then? Sorry, I couldn't resist. Brentford match review. Welcome back to another video on the channel. I've literally just stepped foot back in the house from the game. Well, I don't want to get carried away like I think a lot of Newcastle fans did when Eddie Howe came in with these attacking philosophies, but that was pretty fucking entertaining. So I just want to go on record, regardless of the result. We'll talk on defensively, our capabilities in a second, and all the things that maybe went wrong today, as well as the good parts. But I just want to say to Eddie Howe, not that he's watching this video, of course, maybe in a couple of years, but I just want to thank him for what feels like the most attacking, entertaining afternoon at St James's Park that I can remember for a very, very, very long time. You're talking 2-3 years since I can remember just getting off my seat as often as I did today. The attacking intent was there. The speed in which we looked to get rid of the ball and get the ball further up the field was there. A little bit more urgency in terms of the press, which I think we expected, because that was something we needed Eddie Howe to bring in. But I was just entertained, and I didn't feel like I'd come away. I think if we'd played shite, set up defensively and nicked a 3-3 draw or 2-2 draw, whatever, in normal circumstances against Brentford in our current situation, I would have been pissed off that we hadn't got a win, because it's a huge game. Today, I kind of walked out of the stadium thinking, we should have won. It's a massive game for us, and these games are going thick and fatly flying by us without getting any wins. But that was pretty decent attacking wise, and I feel entertained. So yeah, that was a breath of fresh air. And I know a lot of our faithful support live and breathe by the attacking football mentality. I wasn't brought up in the Keegan era. I was just a kid. I was 3 and 4 year old. I know that's where a lot of it stems from. I was more the Sir Bobby Robson era when I was growing up, remembering my football. But it was nice to see players playing, firstly, in the right positions. Maximin was finally out wide, and I've been crying out. Anyone who watches every single one of my videos knows how much I hate Maximin playing down the middle. No, get him out wide. That's where he's most attacking and most threatening. Joelinton, well, let's just spare a separate part of the video for him. I think Joelinton, for me, was man of the match. Yes, he missed a sitter, but can we just brush past that for a second? I think it's all becoming clear to us now. Joelinton's not a goal scorer. And yes, for £40 million, he should be. I'm not doubting that, but the man doesn't choose his price tag. I've never been his biggest fan as the years have gone on since he signed, but today he was good. He was full of energy, never stopped working, pretty much won all of his aerial duels that I saw. He held the ball up. His dribbling was very good. I saw that he got a 100% success rate with his dribbles, and he just looked up for it. He looked like a different animal today. And again, you've got to praise Eddie Howe for that, because they've had 2 weeks to work together, because obviously Joelinton isn't quite on international duty with Brazil just yet. Give it time. Ballon d'Or 2026. But yeah, he was my man of the match. I think John Joe Shelvey, who I've been a very big critic of, and I'll admit that, I will hold my hands up to that. His work rate, just even his passing and his attacking threat for the last season or so has been very poor. But based off how it seems Eddie Howe wants to play on that front foot, with Maximin playing in his right position on the left, Murphy bombing forward from the right-hand side, maybe Almiron in future, maybe Ryan Fraser, I think Shelvey may be a little bit more suited, because we are going to play a higher press, a front three, it looks like, of Joelinton, Wilson and Maximin. There's pace in the 2 out of the 3 there, and Shelvey's passing today, pinging over the top. It was good, and I was impressed with Shelvey. I think he was switching balls left, right and centre. He seemed to work a little bit harder. Obviously, it's very hard for me to say. It's not as if I've watched him with an individual camera, like player cam, the whole match, but he seemed to work a little bit harder. Callum Wilson was a little bit quieter, but he never really got too many chances. I think he had one in the first couple of minutes. A header that just went wide. I think he had a shot that went wide in the second half. But again, he was a little bit quieter, but Maximin, again, very quiet first half, and the second half he came to light. And second half we should have won, in my opinion. We were on the front foot and they get some dodgy goal. I've never watched the replay yet. I think it might have been an own goal off Lascelles. I think that's what the tannoy said. Haven't had a chance to see it. But then they suddenly go 3-2 up out of nowhere. And you're like, how the fuck is that just happened? We were massively on top. And I think as the second half went on, every single one of them Brentford players wanted the full-time whistle because it was, ball was out to maximum time and time and time again. He took his goal fantastically. And yeah, I'm disappointed we haven't got the points there. But wow, Steve Bruce and his whatever you want to call it, negativity, lack of tactics over the last 2 years to that today. Now let's flip that on the more negative side. And I think it's clear to see that Eddie Howe is going to go attacking, as we all expected. He's got one philosophy that he plans to stick to. So, defensively today, we were poor. Murphy was in. Richie again on left back. Fabian Schär came in. Schär? Everyone's saying Schär. I just thought it was Schär. Must be Schär. He came in. I thought Schär had a very dodgy game. He gave away a couple of pretty brutal fouls. He looked a little bit all over the place. I don't think he was very solid. And if we keep defending the way we are in that open, if we are going to go more attacking, we need to shore up in the defenders that we do play very quickly, because I worry for us. Arsenal on Saturday, different animal altogether, very, very attacking side. The likes of Saka, Albanyman, can't say that one. Smith Rowe, they've got lots of attacking players, and that's a different game altogether away from home. And yeah, I thought defensively today we looked poor. They were getting in behind us way too easy, way too easy. Does that mean Isaac Hayden has to maybe come in again in front of that back four? I think we lost that a little bit, in my opinion. Not everyone's a big fan of Isaac Hayden. I am. I think he's very solid in that defensive midfield. But it was nice to see today how I feel like we're going to set up. Carl Darlow, don't know what the hell has happened to Carl Darlow. I don't know whether he's got something going on at home, whether he's suddenly realised there's 52,000 people watching him in the stadium and that's making him nervous. I've got no idea, but he looks a jittery fucker, and it's going to keep costing us. Against Chelsea, he looked very jittery in the last home game. His kicking was bad. He looked nervous, and today, I mean, that first goal from Brentford, that is literally meat and drink for a goalkeeper. Premier League goalkeeper, either palm it out, catch it, palm it out for a corner. The fact that it's just lack of concentration. I thought he made a couple of weird decisions to come out. Communication wasn't there. Dubravka has to come in for me. He's the best goalkeeper in the squad, so I think that is a change that I hope Eddie Howe will now make. He hasn't had much time to work with Dubravka, which I would assume is maybe why Darlow's kept his place. But Dubravka is our best goalkeeper in our squad. So he was disappointing today. But yeah, I mean, it looks like we're going to go 3 up top. We diverted to a 4 at the back in the second half, which he might look to implement again in future. Maybe from the get-go, I don't know. That was quite refreshing to see, but we need to shore things up defensively because I worry about us staying up. We've got Norwich at home, Burnley at home. Wow. Before that awful Christmas period, those are 2 huge games. You are talking at least 4 points needed from them 2. And I would like to hope 6, because other than that, we've got Arsenal away, Leicester away, Man United, Man City. They just keep coming and coming and coming and coming. And it scares me when I see other teams around us winning to where we could be by December 31st, going into the new year before the transfer window opens. I don't know. I just don't want us to be 10 points adrift, 11 points adrift, and that scares me a little bit. That's why we need to shore things up quickly. And Eddie Howe will know that watching today. But again, I just want to go on record and say that was some of the most entertaining game that I have seen at St James's Park for the best part of 3 years. I could have had me popcorn today. Could have had me toffee butter kissed, sat with me 3D glasses on, and I would have enjoyed every second of that compared to what we've had to put up with the last 2 or 3 years. And that makes me realise that, yes, I haven't always been a massive advocate of attack, because I think in today's modern game, you can't always get away with it. But if that's what we have things to come, if we are going to go down, God, we're going to go down with some entertaining games, I tell you. If that's match number 1, 3-3, fucking hell. Right, as always, Newcastle fans, drop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on today's game if you were there or you're watching on one of the dodgy streams. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Well, we all know what the dodgy streams are. Let us know what your thoughts are. If you think we should set up differently for the Arsenal game on Saturday. How you thought Joe Linton got on. Special mention, Ballon d'Or winner 2026. I'm telling you. And drop in the like and the subscribe and get us on Facebook and Instagram where things are all cooking nicely at the moment, and I'll touch down for the big Wednesday debate, as I'm going to keep doing weekly now, before an Arsenal match preview. How we the two?